what is it, afternoon? It's about 12 o'clock, isn't it, I think? Hello, everybody. New location, Riverwatch, brand new spot. How you doing, Poppy? Shouts out to everyone. I hope the microphone's a bit better. We hope we've sorted out the wind rush, the winding. I hope we've sorted that one out, because don't forget, live, we'll be live tonight from about 5:30 for the eclipse. So I'm just coming down here just to test a few things out, make sure the old equipment's working properly. Right, hang on. Yeah, hi Debs, hi Poppy. Yes, we're live. Yeah, I've actually found I found loads and loads of spots. I don't know what this. It looks like it had something to do with the old war effort there, didn't it? Yeah, but I found loads and loads and loads of spots, loads of them. So this one here is East India Key. East India Key. And this one's a little bit further down from Trinity Buoy, where we do a lot of stuff from. Oh, what a lovely day for it as well. Let me take you around the old. There's a lot of old infrastructure here. There's lots of old dock bits and pieces, and this is really sort of a lock. I think this is where they used to launch ships and stuff like that. Nah, glasses are hard to get hold of. You can make a pinhole, because what I'm going to do later, I've blue petered a little pinhole projector. So the TV companies used to use them years ago to film them, and I've made a little pinhole projector, and it's going to give you a rough idea of what's going on, because pointing cameras at the sun and stuff like that, you know, I think there's a standard as to what glasses you can use. I think it's ISO 1313. I think, check it out. If your glasses don't conform to that standard, even if they're really expensive sunglasses, they will be no good. They will be useless, and they will burn out your retina quick time, and you won't even feel it. So yeah, we'll be coming live tonight, and I'll get the old pinhole projector out, and I'll try and get a decent view in the projector so you can actually see the movement of the sun. And don't forget, Jay will be with me. So so there you go. And as you can see, none. Let's check the other ones. Yeah, you're tuned into Lock, Dock and Two Smoking Vape Pens. Yeah, you can see the dryness. It's all dry and smelly. Yeah, and they actually locked off and built most of these little bits of extra bits in 1997, and basically it's more of an attraction than anything else. I don't think it actually works anymore. Yeah, I've sort of come down here mainly to test it out because I've been having issues with wind. Not personally, but this phone. And hopefully I've sorted it out. It's been a fucking pain in the arse. Yeah, but don't forget we'll be live 5:30 from about 5:36 tonight, something like that, for the old eclipse. You all right, Gov? Yeah, mate. Yeah, hi everyone. That's all the chat box crew. Ooh. Yeah, dead opposite the O2, the Millennium Dome we used to call that. And if you were lucky enough to be working in the, what do they call it? Key workers. If you were lucky enough to be working on Millennia, and I remember the job I used to do, they paid us an absolute shed load of money to work on, to work through the Millennium. And we was on like triple pay, overtime, short hours. It was, I think it was the biggest pay week I've ever had in my life was working over the Millennium. You know, all the companies were paying big bucks to get you in. Yeah, not quite sure what that bit is over there. I haven't done much research about this bit, but Trinity Buoy Wharf down there, we're heading towards... We were at that point the other day, which is near Canary Wharf, but we are going further down the river in the next coming weeks. We'll be at Embankment maybe the end of the week or early next week, where all the good stuff happens. But yeah, as I say, tonight I'd say about 6 o'clock we'll be live with the old, I can't even look at it. Yeah, they said something about 90 million people will be watching it worldwide. I think there'll be even more than that, do you think? Yeah, that's what I need, something like that. Something like that will do me. Because the other day I thought I'd have a look at the prices. Because I thought I'd invest in a tugboat, £325,000. Oh, yeah, I've been doing a few Moody's. I've been sending a few messages. I haven't heard anything back. But I've been trying to charm a few people. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I've had to give them a little bit of bullshit. I've had to give them a little bit of bullshit. And I'll see what happens. I'll see what the replies are. I've been putting the feelers out to somehow See if we can get out on that river somehow. So I'm going to see what I can do in the near future. And as I say, I've had to sort of charm me way and bullshit me way about, but I'll see what replies I'll get. I have put the feelers out, and we'll see if we can get out on this river. But I think there are training courses going on. I think there's training courses going on up further down the river. I'm going to have to find out a few more things and have a little look and see what happens, yeah? But ideally, I would like to get on this river, really. At least for one episode. So we'll see how it goes. So if there's anyone out there watching that does work on the river, if you want Matty G to come and spend a day with you or whatever, we are free. We are out here, river watching. Laney's got a boat. I know he. No, I know he has. No, I was looking at the prices of them, and they're unreal for something, you know. Yeah, as I say, I looked at one, and it was 325,000. It was similar to the ones that pull around on here, you know. I had dreams of, you know, going up and down the Thames in my tugboat with keep on tugging on the side. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We're working on it. We're working on it. And don't say a dinghy. I'm not going on there on a dinghy. There's enough of that shit going on already. Yeah, we're going to have to take a little walk around and give you some of the history of this old place and how old it really is. Well, I'm old, but this is older. Del Boy and Rodney. Oh. National treasures. Oh, dear, no. They only make you a sir when you've done something wrong. And national treasures turn out to be... right, East India Dock Basin. This is the largest dock in the Port of London. In 1874, the East and West India Dock Company proposed a new Eastern River entrance locked to the basin to allow larger vessels into the dock. It was opened on the 2nd of August, 1879. The total thickness of the wall itself was 20 feet at the bottom and 8 feet at the top. The new lock was 65 feet wide and was fitted with 2 pairs of wrought iron double-skinned gates. And this is about 4 foot deeper here than it is anywhere else in the Thames. It's about 30, 31 feet. And all you West Ham fans, those gates were made by that company. Now look at this. So those gates over there, you old West Ham fans, were made in the Thames Ironworks, which was around there somewhere. Yeah, it was, yeah. You know, so much history in this place, you know. And let's remember the blokes who made them, eh? Bloody hell, they'll be long gone. Yeah, these docks were exclusively for the East India trade. This was the trade coming in. It's a shame you can't stay until Friday. Don't worry. We're doing our best. Yeah, in 1833, the East India Dock and the West India Dock, they kind of amalgamated and got together and built more infrastructure for this area because obviously, as I say, this was the part where the East India docks from East India would come. Imagine this. There's a guy standing over there and I know what he's thinking. He's just imagining this place how it used to be. And also, let's find out, this dock started to get so big, it had its own railway link. And if you walk around here, in some sections of this area, you'll see the old railway tracks. And I've tripped over one the other day. But yeah, you'll see all the old railway links to this area. And I think, you know, once that started to happen, you know, these sort of docks started to go into decline, you know. Yeah, hopefully the wind baffling's a bit better. Hopefully I've sorted that out. Let's go and take a look. Look at our dying river. Our dying rivers. Our rivers are drying up. Oh, yes, they were. Oh, yeah. We're going to that place. We'll be coming from the actual gallows itself in the next few weeks. We'll be coming from the gallows where they used to hang people. There's loads of stuff. There's loads of stuff coming on Riverwatch. There's even community stuff. There's even watching other stuff. Cars, everything else. You know, Riverwatch, this is just, Matty G's saying, it's just a finger on the hand of the great Riverwatch. And here we are, commemorating the new millennium with British Gas. This is one of your millennium torches. And I think this whole area really was just jazzed up for that, wasn't it? It was sort of, you know, made to look nicer for the millennium. And they've done the same sort of thing with the Olympics. They tidied it all up. They tarted it all up to make it look a lot better for investors and stuff like that. But this is the problem we've got now. The water levels are very, very low. And in fact, they can't even penetrate the gaps that have been made in the gate to keep this water level sort of up. It can't maintain it, it's too low. So what's happened at this end of the basin, what with all the alum, should we call it silt, there's nothing. The birds will come down here when it's dry and pick all the worms out and the grubs and everything, whatever they eat. But this is sort of their only, and sort of what will happen if this sort of dries out anymore, it's actually drying out in the deeper spot. And if it dries out anymore, that vegetation over there will start to deplete. That is a problem because that's where the wildlife is. So what are we going to do about that? And there you go. Yeah, and this is the other thing Riverwatch always, you know, and it's river safety, and I can actually sort of show people now, because obviously a lot of people watch this channel because of the river safety element. Things like that. Yeah. See, that people are not aware of. They don't realise that jumping in a lock or jumping in a, you know, in a static piece of water, you're asking for a lot of problems, a lot of trouble. And one of the things I will point out Another piece of missing infrastructure. Another missing life ring. Terrible. Poor dear, it smells down here. Oh, and this is your problem, see? And you know, people jump in locks and they jump in places and they don't realise that there is sticking up. And if you was to dive in here, and I actually know someone that this happened to, and he was severely injured. And, you know, they don't realise that under the water, when the water level rises, that thing's still sticking up. You jump in, straight up your arse, finished. So, yeah, even more infrastructure. This is all going to get reported. This is all... We've obviously got people working on this, and this is all getting reported because, you know, this is just... A couple of kids dying down there. There's nothing. They've been removed. All the rings are removed. No equipment at all. Yeah, you love the old London, do you? Do you want me to do you a little dance on the cobbles? The real East Ender, Matty G. From hundreds, literally thousands of ships to nothing, to zero. Our great shipping industry, the world shipping industry was my nan and granddad. Your nan and granddad were Pearly, King and Queen, eh? God bless them, mate. God bless them. See, this is what people don't realise. And now we're in the East India Key. Now, my I think they call it colloquial dialect. My particular type of Cockney, there's a lot of Indian in it, and people don't realise how much Indian words that Cockneys use in their language. You know, we say kushti. You know, that's an Indian word. Pucker is another Indian word. You know, and in my Cockney dialect, you know, and because of these East India Keys, because of my Cockney dialect, this is what happened because, you know, people had to communicate with the East Indian and West Indian. So at the end of the day, we had to learn their language. So if you listen to a Cockney, he's saying pucker, kushti, chordi, veranda, you know, all the words, all the Indian words that are in my Cockney. And the reason for that is because we worked here and we had to communicate. Now, if you've got boats are coming in from the East India, you know, when the crane's coming down, pucker, pucker, pucker. You know, well, when you nicked a bit of stuff out the back, it was chordy, you know, from the Chor Bazaar. So, you know, my particular type of Cockney, I don't know how it works for a lot of the other areas, but sort of the Cockney dialect is really sort of really tight in a lot of areas. And as I say, so some of the words, juggernaut, another Indian word, doolally, another, kushti, chordi, pucker. Do you know what I mean? How many are there? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot in the Cockney. So it's always been a kind of this side because of the docks. It was only because of the docks. It was because, you know.
Lovely bit of scenery, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it could have been better if it was still all working, mate.
No, of course.
The thing is now, because we got lowered, tides are low.
Yeah.
So this body of water is supposed to be maintained at 31 feet. It's not. So because of our water levels are lowering, that can't breach it.
Yeah.
Because that was to maintain that lock at 5 feet. So what's going to happen there is when that dries out, see all that shrubbery at the back?
Yeah.
That's where all your wildlife is. Then that's when you've got a problem because it will start to kill the wildlife off.
No, definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying? And they, as you can see, they can't maintain the water level. And them gates, they should lower them, but they don't. They're just fixed to maintain that at 5 or 6 feet or something like that. But it's just not working, bro. Just not working. Our lakes and rivers and all that stuff are drying up, I'm afraid. But it's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. Right, let's go and have another walk back. See you later, let's talk, mate. See you later. Matty, you're a good tour guide with your knowledge and experience. I love it. No worries, Leslie Buddha. No worries, Debs. A pony and a monkey comes with Indian money because that's right. Yep. Right, this would, yeah, all right. So the people that's just joined in, because of our sort of our levels, our water levels are kind of low. So what's happening is now this here, these little sluice gates, for the new viewers that's just watching, these little sluice gates over here are raised to a certain level so that they keep that basin at about 5 or 6 feet deep or whatever it is. And what's happening, because our tide and our water levels are lowering, it's not able to fill the basin. So the issue is all the water out the basin, when the tide goes out, starts to flow out of the basin and go back into the Thames. And when the Thames comes in, the water level is not high enough to breach these little things here, which fill the lock back up, because these gates are not used anymore. They stopped using them in 1988, 87. Yeah, do you know what? Have you seen the, I think is it Lake Michigan in America? They've found 8 bodies in drums. Loads of cars, and because the water level, they've solved about 8 murders, haven't they? The water level went so low that it started to expose all the murders, where they've been chucking them in suitcases in the back of cars and oil drums, and they found, I think it was 3, solved 3 murders because the water level dropped so far and exposed the bottom of the lake. Yeah. Can you imagine the... Oh, you can, can't you? You can imagine it. You can imagine the work that went on here. Do you know, the toil? Do you know, me and Jay was at a place the other day, and there was guys, there was a picture of a couple of blokes, they were in suits. They had a couple of peak caps on, and they were lugging these chains around. And the size of them, the literal size of these chains. And they used to lug them around all day. So no wonder you'd do a day's work and get straight down that pub. Straight down that pub. I wouldn't blame them. Don't get more chilled out than this, does it? Thank you, sir. Cheers, mate. Oh, this is just too chilled. Do you know what? I'm so chilled, I feel like I'm in Goa. I couldn't get any more laid back, you know, today. And I think this is where we need to be, isn't it? I think this is where we need to be. We need to be in this place sometimes. We need to take a breath, sit back, take that chill pill. Because like this sea, the time and tide, it waits for no man. And there's nothing we can do to stop life's ebb and flow. It just happens. We just have to stand back and just watch the shit show. And here they are, the crazy people, the nutters, the nutters, the nutters. They pay, I think, 60 quid to walk over the top of that, and they and they need all sorts of straps and everything, mate. I'd do that without none of that. Easy peasy. Oh yes, you can't beat a bit of hand panning, can you? Sorry, everything I say comes out wrong. You can't beat your pan in your hand. No, you can't beat a bit of pan hand. No, whacking a pan, tapping your pan. I don't know. Whatever it is, you can't beat it. Yeah, because I'm a percussionist and drummer myself, so I do like a bit of... I was going to ask him for a go, but, you know, he's chilled. All right, let's have a little walk. Let's have a little walk down here, see what we can see. Eh? Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, don't forget, we are, for further episodes, we're going up and down. There'll be a Tilbury Docks. We're going to go to Tilbury Docks as well to do what Riverwatch originally started to do, which was to be to watch ships and boats. So hopefully getting down there. There's a few other issues. There's the Grand Union Canal. That's what I want to do. So what I might do is we might have a day out with the missus or whatever, and have a little do a little live and have a little walk down there and show you the Grand Union Canal, because there's apparently snakes and stuff like that in the trees. You never know, we might find some. So that'll be a good one. Don't forget tonight, if you can tune in, we'll be live, Matty G 2 Up 2 Down, for the solar eclipse. I've made myself a little box, you know, one of them little pinhole projectors, and I'm going to try and film into it to give you a better idea, because you can't really look at it, and I haven't really got that expensive type of lens. So from near this spot, December 19th, 1606. Bloody hell. Sailed with 105 adventurers, the Susan Constant, 100 tons, Captain Christopher Newport in supreme command. The Godspeed, 40 tons, landed at Cape Henry, Virginia, April the 26th, 1607. Arrived at Jamestown, where these adventurers founded the first permanent English colony in America under the leadership of intrepid Captain John Edward Marrier Wingfield, President of the Council, the Reverend Robert Hunt and others. At Jamestown, July the 30th, 1619, was convened the first representative assembly in America, erected by the Association for the Preservation of Virginia Antiques in 1928. There you go. So this was to commemorate what? The travellers that found other countries or whatever? Fucking hell, you don't see many of them about. Who's got theirs up, eh? Who's got theirs up? Still. All my neighbours took them down. They only put them up for football. Yeah, no, yeah, they said it's. Hang on, I'm not filming you, mate.
Okay, how you doing?
Yeah, no worries, Jay. Matty G. I'll do a
Right, mate.
YouTube channel, and
Right, mate.
what I do is I do river watching, and we just
Lovely.
go to river.
Yeah.
We document, like we report, you know,
Yeah.
like the life rafts and life belts
Yeah.
that are no good.
You used to work in the river, mate.
Huh?
You used to work in the river.
No, but I bloody would.
Okay.
I'd love to.
Right.
I think because my family were dockers and stuff like
Yeah,
that, so
yeah.
we've all got an affinity with
Yeah.
the river, haven't we? It's sort of
Sure, man. That's a job, that is. But it's a family thing, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
a fruit stall. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They pass it down and pass it down.
yeah. It's like
But I know I worked on this, mate. I worked on this back in the 90s, building this.
what you built this, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
what the
and
key to
the key was right there where kind of jotty out bit was.
right? Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the original, and there was a stone was there. There was like a stone mat that was in the ground there. You know, it's
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is the
yeah,
original spot where the pilgrims set sail from. But the key, there's still a bit of the wall.
So what was that when they found what? That's where they left to go to when they found the Americas.
They would. So Trinity House would have put the money up in the Hamlet in the tower.
Yeah,
Which you know where Trinity House is, don't you?
yeah.
Trinity House does all, you know, everything to do the maritime. I guess Trinity House and a few of the merchants would have put the money up and said, all right, we've got your 4 ships, and we've got your captain, and we've got your dodo, and we've got your stores, and we've got your everything.
Right.
Find that colony in a new world, you know? But it was there. I remember when I was working, it was there. And then we watched the Bond being filmed there. Remember the Bond?
Oh, right, yeah.
We used to see Piers.
So this is where they set sail when they colonise places.
There, America.
Fucking hell.
America there, and all over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the Trinity Wharf there, isn't it? You got the
Yeah,
Trinity Lighthouse,
yeah.
which is the oldest lighthouse in the world.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And so, yeah, the history, I mean, it just blows me away.
Fucking the
I've got a
history in this
girlfriend
place.
in Northampton, and just like she does a lot of genealogy and all that.
Yeah.
It just fucking blows her away. The history, it just blows her
Of
away.
course it does.
You know, the East End. I'm such a true. You East End, Matt. Where are you?
Yeah, hang on. But I tell you, mate, the history in this place. I could go up all day up and down this Thames, you know, just doing this now. So
how many views you got on that there, Matt? Is it
yeah, because
whatever?
what it was. Yeah, but once they do that, they track you through it, bro, and they put me, you know, and I think, you know, I've been there, done it, touched it, done as much as I can. You know, they've ruined my fucking life. So really now it's time to let someone else take it over.
Yeah,
you know, and if there's something goes on in London or a little local issue, yeah, I'll be on it. But as far as chasing it up and down the country, you know, it's what they do to you, mate. They put all your details out on the internet, they dox you, and you know, they really make your fucking life a misery. And all I do is we just document stuff. We just film, you know, it's what we do. You know, it's like you. I don't just go up to people and go, stick it in your face.
No.
It's not fair. It's grassy, isn't it? You know.
Anyway, Piers Brosnan used to come up on his boat about 11 o'clock, give us a wave. Boom. He started filming. What a life.
Yeah.
And we saw, because all the stuntmen and all that were at the Trinity Wharf.
Right.
So all the boats.
So what was that? View to a Kill, was it?
Yeah,
Oh, View to a Kill. Yeah, that's right.
Going on over there.
Yeah, because I'll tell you where I went the other day to St Luke's Church. You know, Prayer for the Dying, Bob Hoskins.
Yeah,
and I sweet talked the bird in there. She let me in where they filmed it, you know, and inside. And it, you know, it's what I like doing. It's
blow the bloody doors off. When a roller blows up, I know exactly what you mean. The drive up to it and all that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, the old
And I thought, what's an old billboat down there, cruising down there, you know what I mean? So they was on them that week. That's what I'm getting at, Matt. They was on them that week before, you know what I mean? Oh, what a turn up.
I reckon, you know, obviously maybe one of their numbers up and one of their men went. Well,
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
It smelt of grass,
yeah,
it smelt of grass.
Because I was watching them things in America, you know, the drug stops.
Yeah.
So what they was doing, they pulled one bird over, like they had £3 million worth of drugs and that. But then they went
in a U-Haul.
Yeah, but then he goes, fancy carrying it on.
Yeah.
Right. But now what they have a car with them now, so they can't do it. So they have a backup car, so it drives around and follows them down the. So if you do it, they know you're grassing them up.
Yeah, they know the score.
Terrible, isn't it?
Absolutely.
What a lovely old day. What's going on out there? They're having a race, aren't they?
Absolutely, sir. Some history float up and down there, boy.
Huh?
Some history float up and down
I'll tell you what, mate. I'll tell you what.
Quality, innit? Go on, East London.
Go on, East London.
Quality.
We're still here.
Go on to West Ham.
We ain't moved to Essex either. Go on to West Ham.
No.
We're still on the site, and most of this was built by the Thames Ironworks. A lot of these gates and stuff like that. So, you know, what's this geezer doing? I always try and get a wave. I know that's a bit of mug off, but I always try and get a wave off of them sometimes. It's always nice. I'll tell you what though, bro, I think if I ever did get on this river, I don't think I'd stop. I'd end out in the Outer Hebrides somewhere. I just want to fuck off, you know? Yeah. Oh, what, they smacked that up, didn't they? Yeah. But you see, they had an accident the other week. They hit the bend too hard. 6 of them flew them out. Hey? Yeah, fuck them. Car, he's flooring that, isn't he? Yeah, the old toilet on the front. Yeah, but he's flooring it, isn't he? Send it, boss. He's got the IAB on there. Probably collecting sea scrap. History is good. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good, nice to have company where I can watch with others. No worries. Shouts out to everyone watching the stream. I think I've got a bit of a frozen chat room, but there you go. Yeah, most of the people that live here are connected historically. You know, it's like the guy I'm speaking to there. We all are. I think, you know, all of the big cities and stuff like that. You know, but East London, you know, the ones we've sort of that have stayed here, you know, we're what you would call heritage families. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, we're the heritage families of this place. And, you know, and this guy I've been speaking to, a lot of us have the affinity, especially if you live near a river. And a lot of us have the history because our families worked here. And, you know, it's more than just a river. But don't stand next to it too long because you'll want to jump in. It has a very, very drawing effect. And even though I can swim about a mile, I wouldn't even attempt it. And as I've said, are these missing, these ones along here? Yeah, some of these are missing now. You know, and even if you do go in, you know, the best thing to do is float. Just let your body go loose and try and float. Do you know what I mean? Don't take in too much water. But the problem is the sides, they're covered in silt. So, you know, even if you do make it to the side of this river, the problem is trying to get out. Do you know, it's easier said than done, you know? So we always used to do it as kids, but not now. We were stronger then. We had more nous. But kids today, nah. They'll just jump in anywhere. And unfortunately, a couple of kids have died in this area. So, and as I say, the stuff's not here though. The life rings and stuff are missing, and Yeah, don't forget, if you want to like, share or subscribe, no problem. It's the little Riverwatch. We've got years and years and years ahead of it. So, you know, just let it naturally grow. But don't forget, there's other community stuff going up. Don't forget, stop the bleeds. Hang on a minute. Loads of stuff going on in the community. We always carry a kit. I always carry a stop the bleed kit, medically trained. So, and if anyone's interested in the stop the bleeds, just get in touch with me. Yeah, we try and do as much for the community as we can. Right, I'm going to have a couple more minutes and I'm going to chill out. Don't forget, we'll be back tonight from about 6 o'clock. I suppose I don't know where we're going to go. We've got two places. I might go over the docks somewhere over the other side, or and we'll do the old eclipse. You're going to wait for that, mate? I built a little box.
This will be good.
So what it is, yeah. So I'll put, because we're going live on. They're going live tonight. So. Your eyes up.
The last one I was working on a building.
99, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was working in a building, and I remember, and it was about this time, 1 o'clock. You remember our finals? Yeah, it was weird. It was quiet, dead quiet, and this is the Hackney, you know, like fucking Dawson Junction.
Yeah.
You know, it's bombed social housing. I was working a brand new block of flats on Hackney. You know, but it went. And I was riding penthouse at the top. Whoever got them was lovely. Had the big sliding door, clean big doors. Sorry, that. Yeah, the big balcony.
We know. It's got them, mate.
Oh, you know. Yeah. See, where's a nice walk. They've just opened King George's Park, a new bit. Brand new. It's got some lovely sculptures in there.
Is it? Yeah, I'm going to look on it.
Well worth to jump on the Docklands, Matt, and just bump round.
So the Gatling gun is in Mudshoot Park, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, so I'm going to get over to that and see that.
Yeah.
Because someone said they used to fight, they used to shoot the planes, and then they reckon they'd get on their bikes and pedal over to Kent and rob the fucking planes and all that. And they go shooting them down and go nick all the stuff off of them and everything.
Yeah, guns as well, didn't you?
Fucking what a life. What a life.
Well, I was born in 3 Colt Street, and that was right on the docks.
Yeah,
sort of there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was more where the narrow street, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know with 3 Colt Street. Yeah.
Exactly. When I was born there and born and bred down, we watched the trade deficit going in that in docks for 20 years, you know what I mean? I remember the dockers in their blue overalls on their bikes, the old boys on their bikes.
Because some of the Sweeneys and professionals they filmed down that Wapping, you see it's a bit of the old back of Wapping.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's still a lot of it's the same. There's one guy that goes to places and then he films the old bit and then films the new bit.
I've seen him.
And he goes to Wapping, doesn't he?
I've seen him,
I'll tell you what, mate.
We love the Sweeney.
I was going to look into doing it, but mate, try and find these little places. They're really odd. And this geezer, what he does, he stops the films and then just really analyses them. Goes on Google Maps. It takes him a long time to find them.
Yeah, proper full-time job, I would imagine.
Yeah, but the good, the old telly show, Good Night, Sweetheart.
Yes.
That's in Ezra Street.
Okay.
So I want to get down to that one because there's a pub on the corner, and then when he walks off and goes back into the wartime, it's all still there. So
absolutely.
There's loads of places I want to get to.
Absolutely. So there's some blinding ones. Have you done the thing on the Trinity Boy and all that?
Yeah, been Trinity Boy. Yeah, been there.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But I was working in South London with a gang of boys off of where was we? And they were talking about the Sweeney all around there as well. White City was around that way. You know what I mean? And they're saying where they used to film it around now. The bits and pieces of it, you know.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. When they used to film the bill round here, they used to take the fucking street sign off and put their own one over, stick them over the top, didn't they?
I remember Chinese Detective being.
That's it. Yeah.
One I remember being filmed in Brighton Street, in Narrow Street, Wolfie Smith.
No, the one you'll remember was Prospects.
Shit, but I don't remember Prospects. Go on. I was a young man then.
The one that died, Gary Oldham, and the black fella. Don't you remember it?
Go on.
Well, just put it on Prospects, mate. It's filmed all around the island, and it was about a black and white geezer, and they were trying to they were Cockneys, but what they saw was they saw all this new billionaires coming in, and they were two like wheeler dealers, and they wanted part of this multi-million thing, and they were trying to break from the street into that, you know, where the real money is, and it was
I
like.
say that to people, Matt. None of them fucking. I said I don't know one person who works in fucking a bank. I've worked in a bank in New York. I've done the French polishing in there, but I don't know one of our mob. I don't even know a cleaner who works in here. I don't know a security guard who works in here. I don't know none of our mob who've got that. You know what I mean?
I went to my son's school and I said, "You tell me in the past 10 years, have you churned out one kid that earns 100 grand a year?" And they went, "No." I said, "Exactly." I said, "So you fill them full of dreams, and they can't even rent a flat round here." You know, I said, you know,
we're going to hell when they're going to hell when they're What age you at now, Matt?
Oh, me 53 now, mate.
Is that, oh, you're a youngster. I'm 58.
Oh, right, man.
Yeah, but and I'm thinking, fuck, you know, when you see some of the numpties now, God, I don't want, you know, the dementia setting on or whatever, man. I just have to check out. You know what I mean?
You know,
it's
my
missus suffers with MS. You know what I mean? So we've got a bit of that going on, but I just don't want to be in the 80s. Not in mine, like, you know, how it used to be. Your mum and dad, my mum and dad, you know, and stuff like that. That was
what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do at the minute.
So we give it away.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Now they're going into the rich areas. They'll start moaning now, mate. Right, so I'm going to be here for about 5 more minutes. I'm going to take a walk down to the other end, and then we're going to call it a day because we'll be back at about 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock for the eclipse. We're going to be here for the eclipse. So I've got my little gadget. Hopefully I can get my phone inside the box and try and film it so you can see it without burning your eyes out, hopefully. But yeah, if you have got it, I don't think normal glasses will do it. I've been looking at it, and I don't think there's glasses out there. Most, you know, even the best end ones, I don't think they'll filter that in. Anyway, Gov, I'll see you later on, mate. Nice one, bro. So I don't think they'll filter that in. I think there is a standard. If you Google it, you'll see what the standard is. So yeah, the problem is you'll just get retina damage and you won't even know it. So we're going to try and bring it to you via the Riverwatch technology, Blue Peter style. Yeah, shouts out. Me and my little girl have just spent the last week trying to get our hands on a pair. No luck. Protest walks, the best thing I would suggest, and it gets the kids going, it gets them into something, is a pinhole projector. If you don't know how to make one, let me know, and I'll basically tell you how it works. You just need a cardboard box, and what you do is you put a bit of white paper at the end of it. You need 2 viewing holes either end. Cover one up with some foil, put a little pin in it, and then you can actually see the projection of the sun in the back of the box. And it's the best way to look at it without burning your retinas out. And it sort of, it gets the kids into something and and you have to face away from the sun. So I'm going to put plenty of I'm gonna put plenty of sunblock on to later on because I'm gonna have to film it in reverse. So we're just gonna do our best. Yep, or a colander. You can use a colander, but you just get loads of little suns, didn't you? But yeah, there's loads of ways of doing it. You know, we're a resourceful bunch, aren't we, us lot? Yeah, I don't, and as well, I'm going to look into it. Maybe towards the end of the year, we're going to see what's happening. I'm looking at a few things. I was having a look at Shivering Sands and them Shivering Forks out in Essex and stuff like that. I think there are places you can go that will take you out there. So we'll have a little look in the future. We will have a little look and see what we can do with this little channel in the future. Yeah. But here he is. Mr. Miami Vice.
He's more like me than her, we'll put it that way. So I would say, yeah. Well, I was going to say, you could put that, run that past you. You could say, if you put, you could do a picture, it wasn't a thing, so it's not
Oh, that's a nice one. You know, because some of these are made in the 90s and stuff. They look a bit dated, but that's a nice modern one, isn't it? Lovely. Henny roared up. I'm going to go. We'll be back 6 o'clock tonight for the eclipse. 2 up, 2 down, Matty G will be side by side somewhere in London for this great event. So, we're going to get a little bit of tug action. Oh no, he's docked up there. I will be coming from that one. There's loads of tugs up there, so I will be coming from that one soon. I was going to go to that one today, but I'll give it a miss. No worries, Vanessa. We'll be back later anyway, about 6 o'clock for the old for the eclipse. So we will be back later. And thanks everyone for watching. It's been very. Oh, what's this? Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. And we'll see if this tug comes past us, if we can just catch it. If not, it might be docking down there, but we'll give it a minute. And I'll see if I can leave you on a bit of tug action. And if not, as I said, we'll see you around 6 p.m. tonight. Yeah, don't forget, we are still about. We're still doing the London stuff. We'll still be there. We'll still be doing the controversial bits and pieces. Don't forget, I normally save that for Facebook. So if any of you are on Facebook, look for Matty G on Facebook. I'll try and keep this for the more chilled side and the Facebook for the more madder side. So, if you are on Facebook, but we will be coming live with all the controversial stuff still, but we're just trying to fill in the gaps because me personally, I sort of concentrate on the London area. And so if there's any protests and things like that, anything controversial, we'll be back down Downing Street over the next few weeks. Yes, we will. So don't worry. So wherever you are in the world, be good, be careful. TTFN, au revoir. Love you all. Take care of yourselves, yeah? Be happy. We'll get through this. See you tonight if you're about. Don't forget 2 up, 2 down, Matty G.